So, I'm on time with these chapter reviews. My Hero Academia 235 just came out. I read the chapter. Quite frankly, I think it's a good chapter. We're gonna get right into this. Now, One Piece episode 993 came out, or is coming out today. It's gonna air at 8:30. So I'm gonna post my reaction on that, and then later I'm gonna upload Black Clover chapter 212 after that. But here we go. We picked off from where we left off last time. You know, Reed Destro has, like, kind of like with Shigaraki being able to master his decaying quirk. Reed Destro has been practicing the stress bomb for years and years, you know. And then it reveals that Shigaraki didn't take all the damage that the stress bomb would inflict on him. He indeed grabbed the stress bomb and, like, decayed it. So, like, you know, Shigaraki didn't take that much damage. Shigaraki then answers Reed Destro's question, and he picked up one of his things, like, the thing I like to do is destruction. You're right, Reed Destro. So, like, and Reed Destro asked him, like, what is your ambition besides destroy? It's not really such an ambition, just destruction. Reed Destro was like, alright, if destruction is your goal, then you must disappear. A world with no creation leads to no future. Just, you know. And Shigaraki, like, said, when did we ever need a future? You know, it's now, man. And then, like, after that, they had that little conversation. We do have a flashback, you know. We have a flashback of Shigaraki whenever he was a little kid. You know, he was called Shimaru Tenko, and that's the title of the chapter, Shimaru Tenko. So Shimaru is sent home by an officer because he got in trouble for pretending to be a hero. And she said, "Oh, don't worry, officer, I'll set him straight." And then, you know, like, a little after that, his dad started, like, dragging him on the floor, and he's like, excuse me a minute. Okay, so he is dragging him on the floor, and, you know, Shimaru is crying. And his dad really forbid any talk about heroes in their home because, like, well, I'm about to describe to you the reasons later, but that's kind of the ordeal. You know, he was sent outside until he apologized. You know, he was shivering, and his allergies, he was itching his eyes. Poor Shimaru. You know, his mother was really worried about him. He was like, "Oh, come on, let him in already. His dinner's ready. You know, he's really cold, and, you know, his allergies are acting up really bad." He's like, and the father, his name is Kotaro, and he's like, "Oh, can't do that. You know, the rules are the rules." So yes, so Shigaraki had to live with really strict rules. Let's see here, what else? And I like how, you know, Kotaru's mom chimed in, like, "Don't you think your strict a little, you know, like your rules are a little strict?" You know, and like, Kotaru said, you know, Shimaru may not have a quirk, and, like, and it would devastate him, and leading to the path of a hero leads to unhappiness. And then Kotaru said that his parents, if, like, his parents agreed with him, and they kind of just sat there awkwardly, like, they really didn't agree with him. You know, Shigaraki revealed that Kotaru was a businessman. He was brought up to fortune early on, and he bought a two-family house, you know, for his in-laws to live in. So, you know, Kotaru does have a heart, and he's just a really strict heart. And after Shimaru comes back into the house, his mother tells him, after giving him his medicine, you know, "Stop itching your eyes. You're only going to make it worse." She asked him if he still wanted to be a hero. He's like, "Yeah, I still want to be a hero." And then, people kind of left him out, but, like, he had a friend called Tenchan, and they played together. And then he complimented Shigaraki, saying, "You're just like All Might," you know. And then, you know, poor Shimaru, you know, he thinks his dad hates him because, like, he wants to be a hero, and his dad's not accepting it because the heroes, like, any talk of heroes is, you know, forbidden in the house. And then after that, Harashin showed Shimaru their grandmother. I believe their grandmother on their mother's side, because we already saw Kotaru's mom, aka Shimaru's grandmother, on his side of the family. Now, like, I think this is the grandmother on Shimaru or Shigaraki's mom's side. You know, and it was, you know, All Might's master, you know, or Toshinori's master. After he kind of saw that, he was happy and he played with his dog. He went to throw the ball, but like his hand kind of like did something when he was like, ouch, and he kind of looked at it. I think that was like his core finally activating for the first time, but it really wasn't in full effect. After a little bit, his father came out and said that did you go into my office? And he was like, oh shoot. Then Hannah Chen just snitched the heck out of Shigaraki out. She was the one that went in there and showed him that. But no, she flipped it. She's like, he wanted to see it, and she was crying in Shigaraki's mother's arms, looking so innocent. That kind of like, I mean, I don't blame her because like Kotaro's kind of a scary dad. And yes, and Shigaraki was abused. After this, Kotaro was like, don't believe anything the picture says. Your grandmother was a demon. She abandoned children, and heroes abandon their families for the sake of saving people. They are demons. So he told Shigaraki that the heroes are demons and that they're the ones that bad. And like, yeah, like his father was just messed up in the head. And then then a little bit afterwards, like his grandmother and grandfather left him because his rules were too strict. And like his wife was probably going to leave him too. She couldn't abide his laws if it led to abuse. Kotaro was like, well, you should have hated me because like, in the letter that his grandmother and grandfather sent to him, his mother always loved him. And then he wonders, why don't you hate me? And then we cut to outside after Shigaraki's mother, grandfather, and grandmother come in. And he's like, it's not fair. He's crying in his dog's arm. He's like, it's not fair. I hate everybody. So that kind of leads to why Shigaraki's the way he is. I mean, it's kind of cliche that his backstory's like that. I mean, like, the reasons why people were villains because they had an abusive, long childhood. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but at least it's the explanation. So let me know what you thought of the video. If you liked it, hit the like button. If you disliked it, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and the gray bell to be notified when I make a new video. KBK signing out.